All right. Well, and in fact, with regard to challenging Governor Edwards, this is actually not your first time to challenge a member of the Edwards family. Am I correct? You ran for sheriff.
Correct. I ran for sheriff. Correct. In 2015. Correct.
In 2015, and shortly after that race, you filed a federal lawsuit in which you alleged that Daniel Edwards offered you $10,000 to drop out of the race.
Correct.
So can you elaborate a little bit on that and let us know how that turned out?
Yes, sir. I like to say, they have a lot of what you so-called, I call them cowards. These are majority of preachers there around Tangipahoa Parish. They're cowards. And a lot of those are taking a lot of money under the table, to do a lot of evil and wrong for doing the thing for a lot of these politicians. It's a shame. We want to stand up against corruption, and I even had ministers. Ministers came up to me that have ties with the Edwardses, was the one bringing the money and bringing the thing to me and making a proposal to me. And what's so kidding about it, Doc, is when, when I was coming home from work, I had the sheriff department, one of his employees, sitting in my driveway, waiting on me to get in and back my school bus in my yard to get off the bus. And he called me and asked me to come in and sit down and talk, with him in his vehicle. And he elaborated to me and said, look, Doc, the sheriff have offered you $10,000, to get out the race. I said, Doc, I'm in a race to win. I'm not for no foolishness. I don't play games. I don't take bribe. I'm a hard-working young man, He said, Doc, trust me now, you got a lot more in it for you if you would take the $10,000 and everything here. He showed me the money, cash money in an envelope. Only thing I have to do was sign a piece of paper. And what's tremendous about this is, in order to get the paperwork that for me to sign to drop out of a candidate's race, you only can get that from the clerk of court office. Mm-hmm. And that told me that the clerk of court at that time had to have ties, involvement with this type of illegal deal, transaction of the vote buying and legal bribery. And the sheet that I looked at, my name and everything was already typed in, filled in, and I just had to sign the slip, and they was going to bring it back for me to drop out. And it was very so important. This was the last day of the dropout. It was the last day of the dropout. And I told him, I said, man, look, bro, I'm not in it. I'm for the win. I'm standing around. They take the money, take it back to them. I don't believe in playing these games. I'm in it to win, And so a little bit further than that, so I contacted the United States FBI. At the time of the director was David Welker. And I sent notification, certified mail to David Welker and also to the U.S. attorney, concerning allegation of the vote buying, offering, and bribery that occurred to me. And they have camouflaged my complaint. I don't think that is right. What do we have justice system for? Now, it should be known that David Welker also was a close friend to the Edwardses. And the chief of police went through FBI Academy, graduated with him. So then whenever the sheriff now had potential balls, big banquets, David Welker was the guest speaker. That was the director of the FBI. So I think that was very conflict of interest. Here we have complaints logged against these certain sheriff departments areas and surrounded, and then our FBI agent is meeting with them and speaking up for them. I think that's very poorly on the justice system. So they would not do anything with my complaint, so I took up on myself. I decided to file a lawsuit into the federal court. I did not file into the federal Eastern District Court because I had ties with federal judges before, and some people that have told me that if certain judges get their hands on certain suits that coming from the police department and sheriff department, my lawsuit would be in the garbage can. So I had that experience prior. So I decided to file a lawsuit to the highest court, which was the United States. This court is District of Columbus Federal Court. And when I filed the petition there, the court looked at my petition and stated that I did have grounds for to pursue this suit. But They said because the action alleged happened in the Eastern District, they sent my suit back down to the New Orleans Eastern District. So therefore, I decided not to prosecute because I knew and I had dealt with federal judges over in New Orleans Eastern District Court. So therefore, my suit is still pending. Nothing happened. In other words, it's still silent right now. But I'm still looking at the new director that have taken place. I'm asking him if he could see this video that he will reopen up my case and a complaint that I filed against the Tampa Parish Sheriff Office. Not only did I log the complaint, you had several other candidates that ran for sheriff. They also logged a complaint of the vote buying and all this type of stuff in the Tampa Parish, area.